Happy Friday. I figured I would do a little quick, I don't know, just a little show and tell on part of the process for starting the hair wreaths, which I don't have any in front of me at the moment to show you what the hell I'm talking about. So I'll make sure to add a photo or snip a clip at the end to show you. So first off, what I want to show you is the equipment that I am using. And I don't mean this equipment, I mean this equipment right here. So, lovely little wheel. Notice it's got indents. In fact, if you look at the top, you can see they are angled cuts on here. And there is a very good reason for that. So let's just rearrange this real quick so you can get a good view. Yeah, good view. So what we do, well, the point of this is to take the ribbon and to take it off of this to put it onto this in order to go ahead and get it cut to make strips so that we can add it to, or turn it into hair wraps. Ugh. It's Friday, words are hard, leave me alone. So here is how this works. Different spools fit differently as well. So we add it onto our winder, and then we crank. And we crankety, 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 crank, crank. And when I get closer to the end of this spool, it's going to start making whining noises because of the styrofoam. If I go fast enough, it won't last long. There's my wheel ghost. There we go. Alright. Now we take clampy clamps and we clamp directly across on the wheel. Now we take cutty cuts and we cut into those grooves that I showed you. And what that does is it gives us an angle to our ribbon. So we're gonna cut the next ones. Notice I'm cutting in between where the clamps are so that the clamps can hold on to the other pieces. I mean, that's the smart way to do it. Okay. And that was one spool of ribbon done. Could you imagine if I had to do this manually? Sorry, a cat found a bug. If I had to do this and cut each spool of ribbon by hand, each section at a time, how long that would take me, I would never get it done. And I can say this because I actually have done that for many spools of ribbon before I actually had this particular device in my possession. Obviously, this is not a device you can purchase. This was made specifically by the person I got everything from, but they made it specifically for this purpose. Specified for the lengths of ribbon needed for the product that is being made. Let's see how quick I can get through this spool. Only half of this spool is going in this bag. Oh god, my shoulder hurts. I've done a lot of spooling today. Okay. Each one of these things of ribbon is about, I think they're 25 yards of ribbon. And these are being cut into like, I don't know, 6-inch sections. So imagine having to cut 25 yards, 6 inches at a time. How obnoxious that would be. So I'm very, very thankful for the person who built this device for this purpose specifically, and was nice enough to let me have it because I needed it. So, yay stuff! And after a couple spools of yarn, we have a full baggie, and we start a new baggie because yes, I could have fit all of this in that baggie, but I try to keep the bags consistent with how much ribbon they have in it because it helps for the purpose of inventory and being able to know exactly how much yarn, not real yarn, god, yarn is my other products, how much ribbon I actually have in stock and how many head pieces can actually be made per baggie. This much with this is a roughly 75 yards. Well, this is about 65 yards of ribbon in here. And that will make 2 headpieces. If I did just that yarn, or just that ribbon. I keep saying yarn. I'm used to working with yarn. Let me bring this a little bit closer now, so I'm not spooling. So, but yeah, let me add a couple of images here at the end that show the whatchamadoos, the headpieces. It's late. I'm tired. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.